Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Steelers going up against the Eagles. With that, let's get out to Lincoln Financial Field. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. On the return, here's Justin Gilbert. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this would complete to Marcus Wheaton. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Time for the offensive starters now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy to watch out wide, Sammy Coates.
A slow start in his rookie season, only caught one pass in 2015. They're expecting much bigger things from him, trying to help out that offense. If he can get open, you know his quarterback will find him.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Boy, it was a good week for Stanford tight ends. Austin Hooper, Levine Toilolo got into the end zone for Atlanta. And Zach Ertz, he had a great game for Philly.
And these guys stick together as a fraternity, too. I had a game a few weeks ago and saw Zach Ertz, and he started asking me questions about the other guys. Have you seen this guy? Have you seen that guy? Amazingly enough, they were all Stanford tight ends. They stick together really well, and they play well, too.
Ground the first carry for Ryan Matthews. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to complete it to Green Beckham. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Dorial Green Beckham. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the red zone now, Wentz
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
And Doug Peterson relied a little heavier on Sproles in Week 9. He got 13 carries. Ryan Matthews 5, and then Wendell Smallwood just 2.
I know you've heard all the talk out of Philadelphia that Ryan Matthews is still the lead guy, but he's had some trouble with ball security. So head coach Doug Peterson turned to the dependable one. Darren Sproles made him his lead ball carrier, but they didn't get as much out of him in the passing game as normal. They want to continue to get him in space and turn him loose on secondaries.
Yeah, he only had 3 catches for 14 yards in that game. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And he's able to put it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Back onto the field comes the Pittsburgh offense. They've had their struggles, especially recently, even with Big Ben back in Week 9. And, you know, after the game against Baltimore, Antonio Brown said we've got to have guys step up because at times he was triple covered in that game.
So that means Eli Rogers, who actually had a very nice game against Baltimore, over 100 yards in receptions, Darius Hayward-Bay, Sammy Coates, the tight end Jesse James. I think that's who he's talking to. If I'm going to get triple covered, you guys have to make plays.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Michael Kendricks is an inside linebacker who can roam sideline to sideline and make plays.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. Well, against Baltimore, that quiet first half that everyone had on offense for Pittsburgh. But Antonio Brown, he came alive in the 2nd half, finished with a touchdown at 85 yards.
And showed exactly why you and I both know that Baltimore head coach John Harbaugh never was comfortable with that 21.
That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 58 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now it's Barner. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back out now come the Philadelphia Eagles, and we noted earlier they're 4-4. It's interesting, they started 3-0, a couple great wins in there, one over the Steelers, but now they've lost 4 or 5. What do you make of this team?
I still think this is a very good, much improved Philadelphia team over last season. I think that they can do things on offense that they couldn't do before just by style. And defensively, they're much more rested, so they play better. But they're in a really tough division. Going into last weekend, every team in the NFC East was above 500, the only division in the NFL that could boast that number.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. James has got it. Complete. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Wentz now on first down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's
He's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 30. Now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
the good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Wentz on third down. And that will be incomplete as well. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's fourth down.
All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always taught find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. He's going to air one out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Roethlisberger. He's going to take another shot here. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Well, we've got a second. Let's discuss what our crew was talking about before the game. Best quarterback so far in the league. Some thought Dak Prescott. Some thought Matt Ryan. There were a few Matthew Stafford picks in there. What do you think?
There were some pitch battles going on, weren't there? I'm just glad that they calmed down so we could actually do this game. But I think Matt Ryan, with great help from Julio Jones, has to be one of the top guys to discuss. You mentioned Dak. But how about Ezekiel Elliott powering Dallas? And Matthew Stafford does not get enough attention. If Detroit keeps winning, he'll be in that race.
Here's Wentz to throw. Ertz has it left side. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down, Eagles. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
That's caught at the 1. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, fourth and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Now Wentz. That is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver from 4 yards out. And the Eagles move back within a couple of the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Wentz going to look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now Bell. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. We said earlier Week 9 was really a defensive battle. And to that point, Le'Veon Bell, 32 yards on the ground, 38 through the air. He was bottled up.
And it doesn't happen often because everyone knows that Pittsburgh's going to use him on the ground, through the air, yet he still produces big numbers. So Baltimore, with their game plan, executed it almost to perfection.
On second down, it's Bell. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
It's a toss right. Ryan Matthews. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
This complete left side to Aguilar. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar, 34 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. Here comes Gilbert. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Roethlisberger surveying the field, going for the deep ball. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is play here of this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Barner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation...
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. Ryan Matthews. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews. 65 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Escaping the pressure right. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. He will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't think I agree with the call to go for it, but I will be the first to give him credit because every book in the world.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Jordan Berry now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now Sproles. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They